Welcome students to another class of computers. Today we are going to quickly revise chapter 3 and 4 in today's class. So the name of the chapter is Microsoft Access 2010. So see here, these are the content of chapter number 3 that we are going to discuss today. First is database and its type. Second, structure of a database. Third, MS Access and its features. Fourth, components of MS Access 2010. And fifth one is creating a blank database. Okay, so let's start the definition of database. What is database? It is just like a container, or you can say a software that is used to organize and store information. So in simple terms, we can say a database is an organized way of storing information. Example of database, like when you are going to the supermarket, you will find that person is just typing the code of the product and the remaining details will appear on the screen. So it helps us to manage and access large amount of information. Your diary, library management system, these are the examples of database, okay, in which we can keep large amount of data. So it helps us to manage and access large amount of information quickly and efficiently. It is very difficult to maintain a database manually. So it is like we need a database management system that is digital to computerized keeping system. So a computerized record keeping system is just collection of programs, and through that computerized system we can store data, we can fetch the data. That means we can, by putting some value, we can get all the data, we can change the data, and we can use that data. Okay, so a computerized record keeping system is collection of programs that enable us to store, modify, extract information from a database, is known as database management system. So that database management system is a system that is used to manage large amount of data so that we can extract data, we can store data, we can change the data, etc. And it saves a lot of time. Okay, and it reduces the chances of errors also. And database management system is databases are categorized into two parts: flat file database and relational database. Earlier flat file systems were used, but nowadays relational databases are used. In flat file system, it contains records. Records means the details which have small fixed number of fields. Fields means column, and there is no particular structure or relationship between the data. Example of flat file system is Microsoft Excel. And relational database management system, it stores data in the form of table, and in table we are having rows and columns. So and the tables are also related with each other. So example of relational database management system is Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL, Oracle, MySQL, Sybase, and lot of others example. So what we are using here in this chapter is relational database management, that is Microsoft Access 2010. Okay, so here just see the structure of database. So database consists of tables, okay, and tables also contain fields. That means the name of the columns. Records means rows, and data means the particular value in those particular row and column, or you can say in a cell. Okay, so table are the building block of database. They store complete data in a structural manner in the form of rows and columns. So here you can see the example. This is an example. So name of the table is students. In this table we are having field. Field means column. Column means the vertical things. Okay, so roll number, F name, first name, English, marks, Hindi, these are the fields. Row records means rows. So first row is 1 Sandeep 89. We don't count field names as a row. Okay, so value one, first row 1 number, second row second Nitin 65, this is third row 3 Dipti 90 88 70. And data means the particular, the intersection of row and column where we are having some value, that is known as data. So Dipti is data, 90 is data, 3 is data, 88 70 65 80. So these are the data in a table. Okay, so now if I will say field, field means column. If I will ask you what is record, that means particular row. Okay, so first component of database is the table. Second is queries. Queries means if we want to ask some questions from the database, that means on the basis of that condition we want to fetch the data or we want to receive the data, that is known as queries. So a database store large amount of information, but queries help us to filter the data, retrieve the data on the basis of some conditions. And queries are used to perform actions like we can delete the data, we can change the data based on some conditions. So that is the second component. First one is table, second is queries, third is forms. Forms means it is just a user friendly interface through which we can receive the data. For example, in Google Forms, your teachers are taking test, so they are fetching they are giving the questions and you are answering those questions, so they are storing those answers in the form of forms. Okay, so form has an attractive interface, that means will find colored things on the forms, etc. Okay, so we can create forms in MS Access also. Okay, so next is reports. Report means if we are printing database or we are in a printable form, if we are getting the database, then it becomes a report. Tables and queries, if we are printing them, then they are known as reports. Okay, next is introduction to Microsoft Access. As I told you that Microsoft Access is relational database management system. In short, we can say RDBMS. That is also having the table queries and other things, components, forms, reports. Okay, so it is used to organize and manipulate data. As it is a database, so it will also follow the definition of database. Okay, it provides the facility to create relationship. I will tell you practically how to create relationship. Okay, so features of Access is we can add data, update data, delete data, view data. We can use forms. We can query from the data, that is using SQL, structured query language, etc. Okay, so let us see the examples of this. So check here that a table is given with a name student, and in that we are having columns same way that two tables are there. One is student and another is marks. In student table we are having roll number, father name, first name, father name, address, telephone number. And in another table marks we are having roll number, percentage and grade. So these two tables are having a common field, that is roll number. So these two tables are related with each other with this common field, and we can say that they are having a relationship between the tables. Okay, so we can create relationship like this by creating two tables with a common field. Okay, next is features of Microsoft Access. So these are the features of Microsoft Access. Access provides the facility to break large information into small parts. That means it is easy to access the information in Access. Data redundancy means duplication of data can be reduced. Okay, it increases the speed of the data and flexibility in searching. It also provides the facility of sharing data. Different users can use the same data. Okay, so just read these features and try to understand. Okay, next, component of MS Access 2010. So these are the components of MS Access 2010. You can see quick access toolbar, title bar, file tab, ribbon area, object tab, groups, navigation pane, work area, navigation button, status bar, view buttons. So these are the components. When you open it, then you will find all of these components. Okay, next is title bar. That these are the names of the components with definition. Okay, just go through it. Next is how to start MS Access. To start MS Access, just go in the search box and type MS Access 2010 option. The Microsoft Access startup window will appear on the right hand side. Just click on that. So these are the steps. Just click on blank desktop database and then type of name of the database, that is file name text box, then browse button, go on that and choose the location where you want to save your database and then click on create. After click on creating, you will find an empty table. These are the steps to create. Okay, just check out the step 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, finally we have to click on create option. Okay, after clicking on create option, you will find this type of table, that is unnamed table. Okay, So this is all about how to open database. Now I am telling you some of the practicals that we can do while creating table. Access 2010, in which we are going to create tables, students and marks, and then we will set a relationship between them. So first of all, for opening Microsoft Access, go on search tab and click and type Microsoft Access. Just type Microsoft and then type Access. Here it is PowerPoint, so I'm just changing it. You just type Microsoft Access 2010. This red colors A with key, this is the symbol of Microsoft Access 2010. Just double click on this, Microsoft Access 2010 will open. Now sometimes this is Windows 8.1. In Windows 10 and other, you will find search bar in this direction. Okay, so just type there Microsoft Access 2010. Microsoft Access you will find in Microsoft Office. So first Microsoft Office should be there. In that you will able to access Microsoft Access. So you have to select a blank document database and then click on create. Here you can give the name of the database. So I am writing here name as school. Okay, school is my database name, and in this school database I will create two tables, that is student and the marks table. Okay, and just click on create. So this default table will appear. This is table 1. Now this table is having two views. One is data sheet view, from here you can see, and another one is design view. So here this is quick access toolbar, this is title bar, these are the tabs, this is ribbon area. Okay, this navigation table, and these are the components you can find. So we are just going to view and we are going to click on design view. So just go and click on design view. Here you will get the name of the table. So we don't want table 1, so we are just renaming it as student. So just write student. Okay, and click on OK. So this ID, now here it is primary key, I am removing it and just clipping ID. So you can write in place of ID roll number. Okay, this roll number is the unique identification number for a student. So we can give it a data type auto number. These are the data type. Auto numbers means automatically it will increase the number like 1 2 3 4. Okay, text means alphabet. Memo means for address storing. We will keep data types, just tell what type of values this particular field will hold. For example, roll number. So if I will write number, then it will hold the numbers. Auto number means it will just automatically increase the number one by one. Text means alphabet. In roll number, if I am writing A, then it is a text field. Memo means address, long text. Okay, date and time is also data. Currency, if you want money to be a column, or amount to be a column, then data type you will select is currency. Auto number we have already seen, yes, no, OLE, object linking, embedding, this is also a data type. Hyperlinks for clicking one place to another place. Attachment means for saving images, etc. Calculated and lookout wizard, these are all the data types. You can see the definitions in book, it is already given. Okay, so for roll number we can select auto number or we can select the number also. So it is up to you. So here I am just selecting number. You can select auto number also, and we are making this roll number as primary key. That means it will hold the unique fields. It will not contain duplicate roll numbers. Okay. After roll number, what is the second column? You can see in your book page number 51 that student table and marks table is given. You can write those values and you can change the values also. Second column is F name, that is first name. Students, don't leave space between F and name, otherwise it will not accept that column. So just write underscore or just put a dash symbol. Okay, in F name. And data type F name means first name, so it is storing the text value. Okay, no, numbers we can't give as a name. Okay, so we will just select the data type as text. After that, class. So just write class as a column, and class will contain the values. Numbers, we are not providing Roman numbers, we are just providing the number 8 7 6 like this. Okay, after class we are having a column address. Okay, just write, take it as a memo or you can take it as a text also. Okay, After address we are having a column city. So just write city and select city as a text, or memo also you can select. So this we have just created a blank table with the columns. Just click on this, and now we want to insert the values in this table. So for inserting the values, just go on this data sheet view. Data sheet means we are inserting data in a view, so that is data sheet view. So just save your table and click on data sheet view. It is taking time, just wait. Okay, just click on data sheet view. So this is data sheet view. Now here I am inserting roll number, so I am writing one roll number, and then F name I am writing Nisha. It is given in book, you can write any other name. Class 8 I am writing. Address, just write any address. So here I am writing 8091 sector 3. Any address you can put, it is not compulsory to write these values. Okay, so I am writing Jaipur. Second, I am writing up, I will insert only 4 values, you can insert more. Okay, Vivek, class 8, 65, Ganesh Nagar, Delhi. Okay, third value I am writing Priya, class 8, 66, Vasant Vihar you can write, and address you can give city Pune. Okay, next column, fourth column, first name Priyanshu, class 7, 63, Nirman Nagar, Jaipur. So these values I have inserted. Now I want to make this table look better, so I am just selecting it table and just applying the format. So I want text to be in center, text the font size should be more, and style also I can change. Okay, like this you can change. Okay, just save it, control S. All the values you want it in center, just select that particular column and click on center. Okay, address is no, I don't want these to be in that particular font, so I can change. Just click on the values and select the style from here. This is okay. Okay, column, this address column, it is small in this. We can apply filters also, so just drag and drop it so that we can see the whole address. Okay, so this formatting we have applied, and then go here and just right click and save this table. So now values will be saved in this table. Now we are creating a new table, that is marks table, and then we will do the relationship. So just go on create and then click on table. In this again just click and go to design view. So here we are just changing the name. What name I have to give is marks. Okay, and click on OK. And here also I want roll number, so just write roll number. Don't leave space between roll and number. Auto number you can take or number you can take, so I am taking number because in student also we have taken as number. Then second column is percentage. Okay, percentage is in the form of number, so we are taking it as a number. After that, third column is grade. Grade is in the form of text, so we are taking it as a text. This is table, we have created the columns. Now we will put the values. Just save it from here, click on save, and then go to data sheet view. This is data sheet view. Now type the roll numbers that are in this student table. So student table you can see from here 1 2 3 4 are the roll numbers. So here also we will put 1 2 3 4 roll numbers 1, and then percentage is 88, and grade is A. Okay, roll number 2, and in that you can write 90, and grade is A plus. So just write A and then plus symbol. After that, third roll number, we are writing 95 marks, grade is A plus, A plus. And fourth is roll number 4 and I am writing it marks 60 and grade is B. Quickly we format this table also. So just select this table and apply the formatting. Center, text, this, font size you can increase 16 percentage also I want in center. So just click on that column, make it center. Grade also put it in center. We can apply borders also, okay, like we are doing in Excel. Okay, just select this table and apply border from here. Okay, like this. Clear? Now we are creating a relationship between these two tables. Just we are having two tables. You can save and close this. So if you are closing it from here, it will appear in the navigation pane. I'm just closing it from here also. So no table is there. These tables, if you will double click on it, then they will appear that side. Okay, like this. Both the tables are here. Now we are creating a relationship. For creating a relationship, just go to create tab and then here just click on the option. This is form wizard, query wizard and this. So you will not get the relationship in that. Just go to this tab, database tools, and then click on relationship. For creating a relationship, you have to select the tables. So what are the tables? These two table names are appear here. Just click on both the tables and add. So first I am clicking on student, add it. Like this you will find the table. Second table, marks, add it. So after adding the table, you can close this window. After doing this, now these two tables are having, these are the columns. So you will find the columns name in the diagram and then just drag and drop roll number of this table on this table, roll number. Okay, this is relationship. Just drag and drop it. So it is asking to create a relationship. We want to create, just click on create and then it will create a relationship. This line is known as relationship. Whenever if you are moving this table anywhere, it will not disconnect this. Anywhere you can move this, so it will keep the relationship with this roll number field. So what we can conclude with that, now I am telling you how to apply queries. So for applying queries, just click on create and go to query wizard. Okay, and click on OK. So this is your query wizard. Click on next. Okay, just cancel it. Don't go on query wizard, just go on query design. Okay, here this is the query design. You don't have to go on query wizard, just go on query design and select the table from which you want to access the data or from which you want to make a query. Click on add this table and this marks table also I want to add. So just click on add. So these two tables are added. Now I can fetch the result from both the tables together. Here you have to select the column. For example, from student table I want to fetch a student name, and from this table, marks table, I want the percentage. So just click on percentage. Okay, and criteria I am just writing to fetch above 90. Okay, and in person. Okay, and just click on show. Okay, criteria we are not giving. Just click on this and go here and click on run. So these are the values that is having these percentage. So like this you can create a query. So this is your query. We can save the query also. Just go here and save. So it will save your query with query 1. So what we have fetched, we can give it a name also of f name with percentage. So it has fetched the data from both the table. Click on OK. So this is your query. Like this you can create tables, set relationship and make a query also. Thank you so much students. That's all for today's class.